We live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. As you come into the room, good morning. Welcome to Sip and Chat. Our conversation for this morning will be hosted by our beautiful Candy Goddess, and the topic is dating while being a single mother. I know some of you will be able to relate to that. A lot of us, actually, unfortunately, at one time or another in our life. But also, while you guys come in from wherever you are joining, can you please make sure you hit that share button? Sharing is caring. It helps our pages to grow, and it don't cost you a thing. It's free 99.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Nacy.
Good morning, Nisi. Good morning,
Hey,
Mel. Good morning.
Mel. Hey, Melissa. How you doing?
I'm
Let
trying
me
to
just-
remember where I last set my AirPods down.
You can't find them earpods stuff.
I was looking for them for a good hour,
Oh my gosh.
and I think the case is dead, which is why it's not dinging on my Find My thing.
Uh
But
huh.
yeah,
Uh huh.
I think my husband just needs to give me a new pair.
Well, I mean that could be a thing. That could absolutely be a thing. Hey,
Yeah.
Candy Goddess.
Hey, how's
Good
everybody
morning.
doing?
And so
Yes,
far, so
Crystal.
good.
She's on both.
Who on both? What we doing?
Good morning, Deb.
Grand Rising.
Oh, I meant to put my. That's all right.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to share this out real quick. And
Okay. What did everybody have for breakfast this morning? Hold on, I'm about to reveal our faces in a second. Hold on, I know y'all can't see me. I know y'all can't see me or us. Sorry. Divine Chronicles, Steps Corner. Hold tight. Single dating mama here. Let me start by saying not fun. Laugh out loud, especially the older I get. I'm now 47. Yes, honey bunny. Congratulations on
Mhm.
stepping out into the world, honey, because baby, where is the thing that I can't find it? Boom. Boom. Y'all see us now? Can y'all see us now? I keep trying to edit this thing and I just can't get to it. I guess I should have waited for Candy to get ready. Please make sure y'all hit that follow. I mean, make sure y'all are following everyone on the panel, please, and thank you. Candy Goddess on Facebook and all platforms. Steph's Corner, she's on Facebook. Our beautiful Divine Chronicles is not here yet. I believe she's going to be showing her face when she can. She's traveling actually this morning, but make sure you guys are following her as well. Um,
Good morning, Kayla. Wait, Naiva's already. She traveling already?
yeah, she's driving, not to
Ooh.
where she's going. I don't know where she's headed to.
Oh,
Okay, I'm back, guys. So sorry.
Welcome.
miss you, Kayla. Come see me.
So, Grand Rising, everybody. I see. Was that Melissa that you were reading?
Say it again.
I said, was that Melissa's comment you were reading?
I think so. I was, yeah.
Okay. So I just want to kind of dialogue with everybody. Like, as a single mom, you know, what do you do? Do you have specific boundaries? How do you essentially like socialize or, promote yourself? Are you dating, on the internet, or are you dating in real life, or not at all, like myself? Because it just seems to be a struggle. Um, I'm 43. I have in total 6 children, 4 that are still in my home, all under the age of 13. all the way down to 7. And it's just like it I don't know. I can't find anybody that I vibe with to the point of even stepping outside of my bubble, if that makes sense. I'm staying in my safe zone. I'm not really making any conscious attempt to date. It's like one of those things like, okay, well, if God wants it, then it's gonna have to show up on my front door. It's going to have to be a UPS driver. It's gonna have to be it's going to have to be the postman or something, because I'm not going out and looking for this. So I just kind of wanted to talk to everybody and see, like, what do you do as single moms when it comes to dating or even socializing to make new friends too? Like, because I feel like for me, we got to be friends first before anything else. I can't just jump into, like, let's go out to dinner, for a few reasons. And I know Summers and Steph both are married. So if you guys have input from when you wasn't married and you was, a single mom, or for Steph, before you had got with your husband, or just anything that you've seen in other folks too. Um, I would love to hear from you two ladies as well.
I was never a dater. You know what I'm saying? If a relationship happened, it just I wasn't looking for it. It just kind of happened. If
Right.
that makes any sense, because I've always been just like to myself.
Yeah.
So, oof, yeah, I never liked people, so I never would approach nobody. So I was very no. I can count on one hand or less.
So
True solid relationships in my life.
let me ask you guys this. So in 2023, what is dating?
Oh, I don't even know now.
Like, what is it?
Oof.
Uh, well, dating for me is different because I'm married. I was saying, so my perspective of it could be different, but I don't know. Somebody asked in the comments. Yes, we're going to be allowing people to come up onto the panel. We're going to open it up to you guys, but I wanted to chime in. So I definitely have experience in being single, a single parent, while trying to figure out, how to mingle, socialize, and things like that. A little bit different for me because my religion, because we don't technically like, but still the same concept, introducing someone new to your family, to your children, and what does that look like? And I just wasn't bringing anybody around my kids, like,
Facts.
I had to feel like you had a potential future with me. Like I had to see a future for us. I had to feel like you could be a good fit, not just for me, but for my child. But everybody don't get that personal space. And I know some people don't care. They'll bring anybody around their kids, not me. You won't even know where I live at. Like, you don't need to know none of that. You don't need to know where my child lay their head at night or nothing like that. That's a protected space. And the moment that you introduce someone to that space, you have now like penetrated that barrier. You giving a person access to that space that's supposed to be comfortable, not just for me, but for my child, for your
Ab-
children. So everybody don't get access to that personal space. And for me, like when I was ready to venture out and seek a spouse, and for me that meant getting married, I had a son. And so a young son. And so while he didn't ultimately make the decision for me, I still had dialogue with him like, listen, what do you think about this? How you feel about this? Because it was just me and him, for a
right.
long time. So it was like, how do you feel about this? And initially, when I had got married, because I've been married twice, my son wasn't really feeling the first situation. Like, what do you need to get married for? Blah 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 blah. Like, you good by yourself. Who you talking to, little boy? Like, how you gonna tell me I'm good by myself? Like, what? And so it was a little bit of like, resistance, but not too much. Just him like, expressing himself. But the second time around, which was to my son's father. For those who may not know, I'm married to my son's father. I have a almost 19-year-old. He'll be 19-year-old this month, God willing. He was very receptive to that and open to that because that was like his ultimate. When he was younger, he always wanted us to get back together, so he was super receptive to that. But yeah, so that's what it was like for me, having conversations, and my son was very protective. I love that about him though, that like him wanting to protect me. So yeah, that's what it was like. He was not feeling it when I was. Mm-mm.
My kids are the opposite. Like, especially my daughter. Her father passed away when she was 2 months old, so she has not really, seen me in a committed relationship with someone who she connected to. And she'll be like, Mom, he's looking at you, or Mom, she's flirting with you, or whatever the case may be. Like, she'll bring it to my attention, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, and I like kind of brush it off. And, they'll say, like, um, when are you going to start dating? Or, is that your friend on the phone? Are you dating that person? I'm like, no, like, this is just my friend, my regular friend. Um, so like they're kind of, I feel like they're wanting that. They're looking for that in my life. Um and I'm just not, like you said, letting just any old body up in my space and around my children. Um and I think my idea of dating is different than what society has right now. On a basic level, like I don't jump right into people coming in my home, or taking my children to their home. Um, I feel like dating is like courting someone, um, meeting on, neutral grounds, having lunch, and then, going from there, depending on the situation. But like these people today don't truly, honor that. Like it's just like straight to whatever. I haven't found anybody who does it old school. Like literally show up at my house, with flowers, take me out, to lunch, and then, you know what I mean? That level up kind of situation to it. Um, Everybody just kind of wants to jump straight to the gusto, and I'm not with it.
I think that's cute that your kids like ready for you to date. My son was not having it, honey.
Yeah, and listen, they try to play matchmaker. Um, it's crazy. No.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. My son was not trying to have it. He was accustomed to it just being us, and he was like, for what? You good? You straight?" He used to be like, "But what do you need?" He's like, "Well, won't you just get back with my dad?" Excuse you?
Right.
He was not at the time an option at all.
Yeah. And
Um,
my oldest, she's 26, and she's been questioning me for months. Like, Mom, you're old, but you're not dead. Like, go get a life outside of, my siblings.
I think that is so decent. Oh my gosh, child, please, not mine.
I think they just want me out their face.
They're
That's
ready for
all.
you to go ahead and go find something to do. They say,
Yeah.
"Go ahead and go preoccupy yourself, Mr. Man." That's cute. No,
Rosa, how many kids do you have? I have six in total.
I have two. What is
Um,
that like though? Even outside of like introducing, like, cause it's always that fear for most of us. I'm gonna say, not can't say for all, cause everybody not feel that way. But introducing somebody new to your family dynamic is scary. In 2023, I think it's even worse. And so in that aspect, I could say I would hate to have to be dating right now. Because it's so many things that's going on in this world that's just some things that I just can't wrap my head around. And I know that we've always had situations where, like, we on Facebook, so I won't, but y'all can use your imagination. Like when people are harming children, you know what I'm saying? I know that's always been a thing, but I feel like I don't know if it's because so many people have camera phones are the thing, and news is traveling a lot faster because it just be on social media. But the things that people do to kids, the cruel things that happen, is like, and even with being able to check stuff like Megan's Law and stuff like that, none of that stuff really. I mean, it matters, but it don't, because you only on there if you ever got caught. Like, how long
Absolutely.
do people be out here in this world doing terrible things to people and nobody ever knew? You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, because they haven't been caught in the act. So like that's scary in itself, worried about. And then once I had a daughter, and I became single, it was like, what is that like? And I know people were like, "Oh, don't downplay boys." I'm not even gonna hold you. Boys go through stuff, and we know they are also like victims. and the same thing that girls could go through. But I for whatever reason, it's an extra little, it's more tension for me. I'm gonna speak for myself. Like when I had a daughter, it was like those conversations and thoughts were a thing for my son. I would have conversations with him, and he always would be like, "What? No, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody did it." Child, he thought he was the biggest, baddest thing in the, man in the
Right.
world. Nobody couldn't beat him. Okay. And
Right.
so, but for my daughter, I'm like, it's a girl, and just knowing so many little girls and women and stuff go through things and they never say nothing, they just suffer in silence. Like, so it's like, it's not just
Yeah.
yourself, it's making sure that the person you're gonna bring your child around is safe for them. Like being able to be comfortable with leaving your child alone with someone who is not their biological father, and even that, even a bio father, like, because you have creeps that are blood related doing stuff to children. You know what I'm saying? So even in that sense, just bringing kids into the world in general is a super scary thought in 2023.
I'm very particular about who I allow my children to be around alone. Like, very particular. Like, even when my exes get new partners, I'm very like overly protective. I have high boundaries when it comes to it. Like, don't be leaving my son, with just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I have been blessed that my exes have found really good partners. Um, so far, but and I read energy, so I'll see through the BS quick. Um, but when it comes to like my personal space, like I don't know that I would be. I feel like my kids are my kids. I don't want my partner or whoever I'm dating to be a father. They have fathers. And even my daughter whose father is deceased, like she still has a father. I'm not looking for a father figure for my children. um, I'm not looking for that. You know what I mean? I'm looking for somebody who I personally can heal and build with. And honestly, I'm not even really looking for love. So I'm a little bit different. I love myself. Um, so it's easy to love. Love is the easy thing to do. Having loyalty and respect and being able to grow and build together and individually is what I'm looking for. And I think that's why it's so hard for me, um, to find somebody because my expectations are pretty high. Let's see. Melissa said, I really kind of stopped actively seeking someone years ago. But when I did try, I was using a couple LBGT dating apps, not much luck on there. So just thought if it happens, it happens. Fine. If not, oh well. Right. Absolutely. And I've tried the dating app thing too. It does not work very well for me. Because you got to keep me interested. You got to get my attention. Um, I'm quick to move on from something. Um, Mel said, dating is meeting new people, not being in a committed relationship. And see, I think it's more than that. I don't think it's just really about just meeting new people. It's about all of the different layers, to getting to meet people, getting out there to meet them. Then once you do meet them, when do you say like, okay, it's time to level up? It's time to, come to my house, or it's time to meet my children, or my family, whatever the case may be. I just feel like it's not that simple in 2023. There's so many different elements to it that it's not like, oh, just go meet people. While you're not in a committed relationship. To me, dating is more than that. Nicole said, good morning, ladies. Grand Rising, Nicole, if you're still here. I know we're kind of backed up on comments. Nisi, hey, Nisi. The world has lost all sense. You can't find that any. Listen, and that's what I was just saying, like courting and like, the respect, opening doors, pushing in chairs, taking jackets, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff is absolutely gone. It's like, like, hey, I want to meet you. And then like, oh, we want to have lunch somewhere. And then it's like, they want to take you straight to the motel. And now all of a sudden they're moving in your house. And like, you just skip so much to where like, you absolutely can miss some red flags and some signs and put yourself and your children in a situation that like, because you don't get to know them, you don't get to see them in every season of their existence. I think that's very important. And one of my first questions is to these folks when I am um connected to someone is like, I want to know your relationship with your mother. Um like I that's tell me where you want to be in 5 years and tell me what your relationship is like with your mother and how do you, respect or, what is that connection like for you? That's like one of the first things that I ask because they tend to try to skip over the small steps. Let's see.
Is relationships with other people super important? Like, do you really think that's a factor in how a person is going to treat you?
I think it has a lot to do with it. So, um, I personally like there's a couple boundaries that I have, right? Like when it comes to, like I said, what does your relationship with your mother look like? Um, if it is troubled, it's not saying that I'm not gonna, continue to try to, learn you or get to know you. It's that I know that I gotta handle you differently. Um, and the same thing with like men that have children and aren't in those children's lives. I will tell you, it may sound weird or, odd to some people, but if you have children and you are not actively taking care of your children, I want to know why. I want to know where that problem lies because I'm not going to lay up with somebody um, who is not taking care of theirs. That shows me so much about who you are. Now, if it happens to be the mother or the other party in the situation, then how can we fix this? That's a part of the building. You know what I'm saying? But I've met a couple men who are just like, it's nothing to them that they can just have children and walk away and move on with their life and come here and try to play dad to mine. Like, no, we're not having that. That's one of my boundaries, if that makes sense.
See, and even in that sense, like, cause for me, it's not no real reason why you're not taking care of your kid.
Right. Like,
You
how
can't
can
really
we
give
fix
me one,
this?
cause even when I ain't helping you fix it, even not somebody that just came into the situation. That ain't my problem. I'm sorry, you got to figure that out on your own. But
Right.
if you have a male and you know who this child is, it's no reason. Even if you don't have the type of relationship you would like to have, there's no reason why you're not caring for that child, and there's no reason why you're not fighting for that child. Because the same advantages a woman has, a man has. You can go put in
Absolutely.
that same paperwork she put in that everybody be complaining about. You can go put yourself on child support if you want to. Go
Absolutely.
offer something up. You could go fight for custody for visitation for rights. The same thing that mom could do when she go down there and she pay that court fee. You as a
Hmm.
father could do the same. So it's not no reason why you haven't taken the steps to do something about being in your child's life. Like, and if you haven't, we ain't got nothing to talk about because you're not finna put me in that position. It's hard enough.
Absolutely.
It's hard enough trying to pick a man that you're going to allow into your child's life with them showing you that they're good to their kids, giving you an example like, oh, they are there and hoping that this is who they really are versus somebody who ain't even trying. I don't want to hear that, oh well, she ain't let me, I'm cool. No,
Right.
you help bring that child into this world with your little swimmers, just like when she laid down and opened up her legs. Like, no, I don't
Absolutely.
get that. I don't get that. When men are not taking every avenue to try to get their kids, and I'm not saying everybody ain't got money to go get lawyers, but I'm just talking about the basic steps. Go
Right.
file. Why haven't you filed?
Right.
Because to me, what that say is you don't want the responsibility. You don't care to have it.
Absolutely.
Her
And
getting
I
in your
agree.
way is not an excuse. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just not. Like, you can't make that make sense to me at all. From my understanding, in most places, filing for you
It's
want to go
free.
down there and file for child support, that's free.
Absolutely.
You want to tell them you want to get that kid some money, that is free. They ain't finna tell you
Mhm.
no.
Right. So, and I think, oftentimes when we come in these situations where we're just meeting someone, like we're not talking about the things, like they don't want to talk about those things, you know what I'm saying? And people only tell you what they want you to know. So, I'm very like hesitant, especially when I first meet somebody, you know, because it's like I want to know who you are in every season of your life. And when you're down, when you're happy, when you're financially secure, when you're broke, I want to see you in every sense before I go and take that leap to exchange energy, spiritual or sexual energy with you. I need to know these things. Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I think that's why it's so hard for me personally. Rosa, I seen you ask how old are my children? 26, 17, two 13-year-old twins, 11-year-old daughter, and a 7-year-old son. Yeah, it's a lot. Um,
Tabitha, are you still here? I just saw. I don't see a message from you, but what page did you inbox? Um, did you read Niecy's comment?
hold on.
Did we read this, Mel's, when she said she's been in a relationship since she was 14?
Okay, no, we haven't read that.
Okay.
Mel said, "I swear I have always been a re- in a relation since I was 14. Been single the last 2 years, and I swear I'm not in a rush to get out there." Right. Once you start healing yourself and you create this sense of peace and freedom, it's hard to get outside of that.
Because you got to interrupt that. And
Yes,
we know as women, for whatever reason, although they say they grown, when you take on a man, a lot of times it's like you taking on another responsibility. Because most of the times, a lot of times, you are now cooking for an extra person. You now cleaning up at the extra person. You now having an answer to
right.
another person. You got to ask questions. Is this okay? Is this all right? And when you get accustomed to just doing you, it's like,
Hmm.
why you want to go back to that?
Absolutely. And sweet, like I have this big thing. Even like my son, he'll come try to get in my bed, and I'm like, "No, go get in your own bed first,
Get
because
out. Go
I
ahead. I
need
like
my
this.
space." Yep, my whole
Yes.
my whole bed.
I'll be like, it get a little bit cold at night. Just put an electric blanket on. That's all. Just put an electric blanket on.
Right.
But baby, what it is as being single. I'm trying to see what was the longest I was single for. Probably when I first came into my transition with going, taking my oath to be Muslim. I think I was single for like 4 years. Let me see. I became Muslim in the end of 2011, I think, or was it 2012? And then I didn't get married until 2017. So yeah, what was that? 5 years, 4 or 5 years that I was single.
Yeah.
That was probably the longest I was single, single. That I was single, like no interacting with men, nothing.
So I've been technically single for 2 years since I divorced my wife.
Is there
Um,
feedback? Is it choppy for y'all in the comments? Please let me know. Cause they be complaining about me on Convo 4 sometimes, so I want to make sure it's not me. I can't find my headphones.
Nisi said, "I was single for a while and caught myself trying to get involved with folks that didn't really have no true intentions with me. It just makes you want to stay inside." Yes. Just leave me alone, right? And not everybody has the same, you know, idea of what they want out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just honestly just doing them, and they, try to, tell you what you want to hear just to get what they want out the situation. You know, I date with intention. Even that talking phase before dating, I talk with intention. I'm not wasting my time or energy on nobody in 2023.
Good
Um,
morning, Ashley, Melissa. How y'all doing? And sorry if y'all wrote a comment and we haven't read it yet. It's because we're backed up. We're not ignoring you. We just have not gotten to you yet. But good morning for everybody who has joined. Hello.
I was going to stop and say good morning to everybody as they came in, but I didn't want to be rude.
oh,
Yeah.
you're fine, girl.
But Steph, what about you? I know that you yourself you don't have children, and sometimes you feel like you can't chime in on stuff. But was there a concern for you for the flip side, like before you were married to your husband? I don't know. I don't have a lot of dating experience, but I have some
I don't either.
experience. So, what was there a concern for you for children? Because on the other side, because while a single mother has concerns, the person who is coming into someone's life, might have concerns as well. So, like, was children a thing for you? Was it a problem? Like,
No,
and
absolutely not. As long as they, you know, good co-parenting or whatever, ain't got no major drama. I'm not paying nobody's child support, so But absolutely, if my husband would have had kids, as long as he was a good dad and did what he was supposed to do, then I'm fine. I wouldn't mind someone having kids. at
Absolutely.
all.
Child, she said, as long as you're taking care of them, we ain't got no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just be the Brady Bunch over here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hey, Pressure.
Hey, pressure girl.
Hey, Jennifer.
Tabitha, I do not see no message from you. I'm gonna go to your page and click on message and see if it pop up, but I don't have a message from you. Tabitha said facts. I had these kids. We wanted them, not just me. Why you want a child and not be there? It don't make no sense. I didn't marry them, have their kids to be a single period. Period. Rabia said, Salam alaikum, sis. She said, I tell men all the time, take her to court. And do. I never understand that. Oh, she won't let me see the kid. Oh, this. Well, what have you done?
Right.
Did you take her to court?
I
No.
just had
Well,
this conversation with my
girl.
nephew over this past weekend. I'm like, you pay this child support, you've got rights.
I'll be like, well, that
Take
ain't
her to
always
court.
true. I mean, you definitely have the same rights as a woman, but I
Right.
ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes the system is stacked against men. Like it just is what it is.
Absolutely.
But you can't come to me and say you ain't tried to do nothing, and that's okay. Like
Right.
you just moping, talking about oh her. Well, what about you? What about your actions? You have to be accountable for your actions. Cause well, what did you do to try to see me? What did you do to try to take care of me? Now, while you can't control what this woman does with the money once you hand it over to her, you gave it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do them sob stories like, oh, this would be a good conversation. Men that don't, we need to get some men up on here that go through this. I need to find some men that want to talk about this side of the coin because why haven't you taken those steps? And I can see them saying, well, I'm gonna put myself on child support because it's your kid.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
what? And just like in most places, like, and I know some people like not wanting to go through the whole back and forth with the kid because the kid end up being in the middle. But you can't just sit idle and let someone keep someone that you birthed. You talking about you love them, you want a relationship. Then you need to fight for that relationship. I don't know. I don't get it.
Absolutely. Um, with my first marriage, he had two children, two boys, and I remember our first Christmas after we were married. Um, we were out Christmas shopping for my children, and I had said to him, I was like, "Are you going to get something, for your two kids?" And he's like, "Oh, no, 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 their mom's got that." And I'm like, "No, we are." And I just remember like that was like kind of a turning point, and that was early on in our relationship. Um, that I was just like, no, this isn't it. Like I shouldn't have to, go out here and buy your children gifts for Christmas or for their birthdays or their school supplies. I shouldn't have to do that. But I also ain't going to be, I was already in the relationship because I didn't get to know this person in all seasons of their life. And I jumped right into it. So, when I found myself in that situation, then I felt obligated as a mother to do for his like I did for mine. Um, and it's just that it's very unattractive. It makes you not want someone to see them be that type of father, if that makes sense. Like that was like a turning point where things started to kind of dismantle. Because I seen that in him, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be that woman that's gonna lay in the bed with you at night while you're buying stuff for my kids, but your kids need clothes.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nope. And just like if you had, say for instance, I've been in a situation before where like the mom and the dad is having like they got issues. So when a mom would send a kid, they wouldn't send them in their good stuff, which I could
Hmm.
understand being a mom. If I'm sending my kids with good clothes and they coming back and they missing stuff, you're not bringing stuff back and you're not pouring no coins into this, you're not finna get their good clothes. Do it suck? Yes, because I'm not finna just send my daughter or child like super raggedy, but you're not
Right.
finna get her good stuff. You need to have some stuff at your house for her. Um, for her to dress up and stuff like that. Um, so then that kid will be walking around in these raggedy clothes. It ain't the kid fault. Go get your kids some stuff while they over here. You could go to Walmart. You could go to so many different. Shoot, you could go to the thrift store and go find nice looking clothes for them to put on. But I'm not finna have your kid with me and they raggedy, they head looking a mess and all this stuff. No, she gonna be mad if she don't like her kid hair done because I'm gonna do the hair so that her
Absolutely.
that the child hair looks kept, and I'm gonna make sure they got on something that looks presentable. Now whether that stuff comes off before they leave or whatever, so they have it for next time. But and you're not finna have me walking around with your kid like that. If you okay with that, me and you got a problem.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's not no justified reason, like you just broke and you just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm gonna need you to get it together.
Absolutely.
Hey Naiva.
Hey, Naiva.
Uh Rabia said, I would never be with a man that doesn't take care of their kids, and we are not getting married until that child support is zero because she will not be taking out my money. I believe anyone that is with a man knowing that he's not taking care of the kids that he already had and he go to hell.
Mm,
She might as well pack her bag. So she go the hell away with them. Oh my God.
yeah,
She said, go ahead. Your ticket. You got your ticket to go right down there too, girl. She said, you got your ticket.
absolutely.
I don't think I could be
Hey
with a man
y'all.
that. Hey, I
Oh, I
don't.
was about to say, where do y'all see Naive? I don't even see her up here.
She right there, girl.
Dang.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I've missed you.
Mel said, "Can we discuss dating over 40 and are you willing to be with getting to know someone with young kids?" We absolutely can. I don't know if we will get to it today, but if not, it can always be a discussion for another day. And just a reminder, if someone wants has a topic that they want us to cover, you can always inbox anyone on the panel and we will absolutely put it into the rotation. Hey, Cupcake Girl. Hey, Latrice. How you zooming, girl? What's up, House of G's? I see you got that shot glass. Oh, we look. She's talking about a little choppy, not bad. I've been asked that. We behind. Great topic. Shared y'all queens out. Thank you. Steph, you want to take that? Can you read that? Can you see it?
No.
Oh, Robbie said, "Hell, if you were a woman and you don't even have custody of your kids, and you don't give me a good explanation why you don't have them, not trying to get your kids back, you're a deadbeat mother. You
Mm,
can't be around me. It's nothing worse than a mother not having their children, but you still see them clubbing, partying, having a great life, having a new relationship, doing the most. I can never be mentally happy." And so, Robbie, I don't know about that. So people not gonna like, my opinion, right? But the father is a parent as well. I think we just are accustomed to seeing mothers being the primary provider for the child because that's what we feel like is expected, right? That's what a lot of people feel like is supposed to happen. But that father got just as much as right to them kids as you, and he absolutely could go be a primary parent. Here, take your kids. I come get them for the weekend. I don't see no problem with that. And something else too, I'm surprised you say that, Rabia, because Rabia is also Muslim. And in Islam, actually, it's a stipulation that once your child hits a certain age, um, they hit the age of discernment and or is it the age of puberty and or you get married, your children are supposed to go with the father since the father is looked at as the protector and the provider of their child. They're supposed to go to the father, like he's supposed to be the primary provider, primary caretaker for the child in Islam. And I know a few women in Islam and out where the child lives primarily with the father. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. In the beginning, it was like, what? Like hearing that was a thing, like in Islam, it was like, what? Ain't nobody taking my baby. My baby ain't going with nobody. But in the same time, the dad don't have less of a right to the child because it's the dad. So no, I don't agree. Now, if you being a deadbeat to me is not that your child is not in your possession. Is more to it than that. You know what? Just like for a father, for me, is not a deadbeat because the child is not in their possession. Now, if you just ain't doing for your kid, you're not participating in that kid's life. That makes you a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? But and I also think it takes a woman with a strong mental capacity and some selflessness because a lot of times we hold on to these kids and we're not even in a position to have these babies and the fathers are in a better position and they can provide for them and offer them a better lifestyle and upbringing, and because we don't want to be looked at as a deadbeat or we don't want to be looked down on because we are supposed to have our kids, we be stunting our child's growth.
right.
That's getting in the way of your oversee yourself, you can't get over
Absolutely.
your pride, and that father is in a better position to you than you to provide for that child, then you need to go ahead and let your child go be primarily with them. It doesn't mean that you can't be a mother. It doesn't make you less than a mother. To me, that makes you a good mother. That makes you a great mother because you are thinking outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning,
So,
Maybe. Good morning, Nisi.
who?
Maybe.
We got a celebrity in the building. She be so hey man. But so no, I don't think there's anything wrong. Now, if you just out here raggedy, then that's different. Wait, where Naiva go?
She
Oh, she traveling, so but I'm happy she popped on. But what do y'all think about that's another topic. That's going
Right.
that's another topic, girl.
I don't know. I feel like if it's in the best interest of the child, if the mother is not in a position to, be able to provide emotionally, spiritually, and physically for the child, then you gotta, put your pride in your pocket as a mother and do what's best for the child. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. I know some women, man, who they kids want the dad. What the kids want the dad. The dad
mhm,
the dad want the kids to come stay with me because he's in a better position. And
right,
they don't want the kid to go, but they want the dad to kick up more money. No, that's not how that go. That's not how that go. That's not how that go. If you went to court and they said he got to pay you $79 a month, he paying you your $79 a month, right? Oh, that's
right.
another topic. Oh my gosh, there's so many
Mm,
different little avenues from this that could come from it. Like, man, um, I don't think it's the responsibility. Oh, I can't. Oh, what we gonna do? Because I'm trying to go to other places. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. It's not. I just think that like if that father could do better, you need to send that baby on with that father until you could do better. Like if he in a better school system, let's take this. Say your child's father, he live in a great school district. This school district is A1. I forget what they call like how they label, but like a blue ribbon or whatever it's called. I think it's called a blue ribbon school. And those types of schools are they education systems are A1. Like those
right,
they have high numbers of kids going on to college. They have high great, GPAs. They have programs and stuff that can take them far in life when they take advantage of them, right? So for me, if you have an opportunity for your child to be placed in this type of school district, right? And you just won't, all because you the mom, you're
right.
selfish, and you are hurting your child's future. Period.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. Cause baby, I say all the time, like if it was a an advantage to like I have a daughter. My daughter she'll be 7 next year, inshallah, the God willing or whatever. And I have had conversations even with her father. Like, if it was a position, he was in a position where he could provide a better environment for her. Like if I was still living in Philly, I don't live in Philly right now. I lived in Philly. I lived in the hood, right? And it wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. But the school system sucked, right? So if I still was living in Philadelphia and my husband, I wasn't with my husband. I still was in Philadelphia, and ooh, child, I almost called that man. Anyway, uh,
Mhm.
and her dad lives in an area where the school system was safer and the education opportunity was better. I absolutely would send my child to go to school with him.
Absolutely, because it's in
You
the best interest of
It's
the
in the best
child.
interest of my child. And
Ab-
that's how I move. That's how we move.
Absolutely. And and I've talked about it previously on Sip and Chat. When I was younger, my oldest child lived with my mother for 1 year because I was not in a place that was safe and um, I wasn't financially stable, and I, essentially had made a lot of mistakes, and I was, had to put her first. Did I want her to be with me? Absolutely. But did I want her to be with me in the circumstances I was in? No. So, I've been that person to have to say, you know what, I put my pride aside and I got to do what's best for my child.
Yeah. Not Niecy saying I'm late again. And is. Yes, you is, but you're here. Thanks for sliding through. Or some comments. If anybody would like to come up to chime in on the topic of discussion, which is um what is again? Single moms dating while
Dating.
single moms dating. So
Hmm.
child, we done talked about so many things.
Absolutely.
Or anything relative to what we just said, feel free to come up to hit that the link that I just dropped in the comments. Um, Jennifer said my husband was a primary parent of our two children for a while when they were little, and he did all by himself. That's great. Oh wait, okay. Rabia said no. I'm saying that I will never be a friend to another woman if she doesn't have her own kids. So don't be surprised because what you took, what I said was not the way I said it. I'm not talking about a man. I'm talking about a woman. Well, that's what I was talking about, Robbie. I'm confused. You saying that you wouldn't be friends with a woman that don't have her own kids, and I'm saying I don't see anything wrong with those kids being with their father.
As long as she's taking care of her responsibilities.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't see anything wrong with the kid being with their father. They are their father. He is the other parent. I don't see anything wrong with that. Her not having her children, or do you mean like she lost custody of her kids because she was trash? Now that's
Yeah, that's a
different.
different story. Yeah.
If that's what you're saying, then I absolutely.
Yes.
That's not what I'm saying. I will never have a female friend in my life around me if she does not have her own children in her life. Oh, I'm assuming you mean at all. If you mean at all, I get it. Tabitha said we never know their circumstances. I'm free of. Look at pressure, girl. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Tabitha said we never know their circumstances. I am free of judgment, but receive the message as an understanding of the thought process. But still, my thoughts are we don't know their circumstances. I don't even know what she was responding to with that. I'm sorry. I'm so- exactly. My husband was in a better position than me at the time, so we do what's best for our children. Absolutely.
Summer, that would be a great topic.
Which
Hmm.
one?
Speaking about the bonus kids and, women that pretty much are greedy, if you want to, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
some men are paying willingly without
Uh-huh.
court order, child
Yeah, we could
support,
definitely talk about that. Mm-hmm.
and then they go back for more and the judge only award them $25.
And child,
Sis,
be
that's all you
salty.
get.
Be salty. We're gonna have
That's
to
all
make
you
that a
get,
topic. Maybe
sis.
that could be the topic for whose day is tomorrow? Naiva's? Maybe that could be I'll see if she got a topic. If not, maybe that could be our topic for tomorrow. When I wanted to join the military, it would have been nice to have a better half support my journey. Well, I better our family didn't have that support, so it was a struggle. It was seen as I didn't want to be a mom, but it was the opposite. Right, Tabitha. I always wonder, because I know that there are some women that enlist and then have children, and then what's that like for them when you don't have a support system? Like how do people get through that? I always wonder. I feel like I remember watching a I don't know if it was something on social media where it was a lady like she was in the army, but and she had to go back and she couldn't figure out what she was finna do with her kids.
Oh, man.
Lindsay and Jordan Webster said, I lived with both parents till they divorced, and I lived with my dad after that. And my dad provided and taught me how to be independent. He helped me in my adult life later on. I have a relationship with my mom too, but she wasn't a deadbeat by any means through my childhood. It didn't hurt me in any way, though, living with my dad over my mom as a kid. My daughter isn't born yet, she's on the way, but I'm married to her dad, so I pray we never have to go through that or split up at all. May your marriage be protected, honey bunny.
And see, that's the thing, like with dating as a single mom, like taking it all the way back, these are the things that we have to consider. Like, these are the things we have to, like,
Be
really
quick.
observe within these people that we're dating ahead of time to prevent from coming into situations like I have done in the past, um, rushing into a situation and then figuring these things out, years into the circumstance. Like, no. So, like, I guess that's where I've learned from my past mistakes with dating and getting to know people. Is like I'm not willing to do that no more. Like, I'm too old for this. Like, we need to make sure that we have the same idea and intention within our dating relationship. We want the same outcome. We have the same morals. Um, Now we can have different views and be at different, mindsets because we're from different places, but we still have to have that same kind of perception in mind for the long run, you know?
Mhm. Wait a minute. Rabia said, "I'm not playing with you." She
Yeah,
said she need to be neutered like a cat. This is crazy.
not neutered.
Mm.
Rabia.
Not neutered.
Oh my goodness. Oh look, here go Precious. She said, "Speak on that because if you're awarded $25 and a father was given willingly 600 to 800 a month and still supplying hair needs, clothes, and shoes once the father gets out on child support, $25 is all, boo boo. That's
That's
it. Boop,
it.
boop, 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 boop."
That's it.
I know somebody that's not funny, but it is funny because baby greed will do that to you.
I know
You had
somebody
a
like
man
that too.
child.
Me.
You.
Yeah, we're dealing with my fiance's
Oh,
baby mama.
child. And it be all jealousy most time. This gonna be another topic because art this about the we only got about 10 minutes left. But baby, we could talk about I don't even want to end now because I forget it. We can get into it, but we could this could be a topic for tomorrow. We could get into it. We open up the panel for some people if y'all going through it. If you're in a situation, whether you are in the situation where you were the receiver or the giver, I wish I could find some males that would participate in that type of dialogue. I'm gonna see if I can find some folks because it
Girl,
would be
I would
nice to get their
definitely
it
share
would
the
be
story.
yeah, it would be nice to absolutely. It would be nice to get their side, their perspective because I know a lot of times we had these conversations. I remember we was talking about this before, Candy, and Steph, do y'all
Mhm.
remember? And somebody came in and was like, "Is this a bash men dialogue?" Matter of
Yes.
fact, it was House of G's. It was
It
House of G's.
I was about to
was.
say it was House of Cheese.
I'm like, no, this is not what this is. So it would be nice to have a conversation that's kind of in defense of the men because a lot of times we do, and it come off like bashing, but it come off that way because a lot of people have those experiences with men. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
But yes, I know somebody who been through that though. Dad was doing everything, the extras on tops, and then they was mad because they got with somebody, took them to court. Boom, they dad
Yep.
was on a 1099 because he have his own business and he was paying $25 a month for child support. She
All I'm
was
gonna say is, ladies, if y'all have y'all husbands and they're going through that or fiancés, keep a box of receipts and cash app always and put something in the subject title. That's what saved
yes.
us.
Somebody's in the back.
Somebody in the back. I don't see nobody.
That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, Summer, that's what I was jumping on to actually ask. I sent you something to your inbox, you and Miss Chronicles, to
Okay.
for the trip thing. I had went and looked up the hotel, but I didn't know if y'all wanted us to book now or wait.
So I'll inbox you. So
Okay.
the plan was and I heard you brought. I said, damn. She said, let me get my ticket now.
Oh yeah, I had
Um.
already got my, but I had already booked it because me and my fiance was going to Vegas anyway. We just
Oh,
rearranged the
y'all was going to
dates.
Vegas anyway.
Right, but we rearranged the dates. We was going a week before y'all, so we arranged it
Oh, so
for the
y'all
week.
switched it so y'all could be with us.
Right.
Oh, that's nice. That's dope. So we could But so the plan was, Divine wanted to wait, give everybody until the 15th of January to book their ticket, and then after that, she was going to offer. We're supposed to look up accommodations like hotels, and then she would like to, if it's enough people, to see if she could get rooms blocked off at one specific hotel
Hmm.
for everybody to book. So if people wanted to wait for that, they could. But if you decided to book your own stuff, then that was true too. You just would link up, like get in where you fit in. Because I know some people like to stay, have they particular about like where they stay and stuff like that. So it just depends on you. You can either wait and see once she lists whatever hotel it is she's going to
Yeah,
try to
she
get
sent me
blocked
the
off.
lit. She sent me the name of the hotel, so I sent her for those amount of days. I sent her what it would be roughly around once I had went to the to the ending part.
Well, shoot, you know more than me because I don't even know what hotel. But look at that. Look at that, Naiva. Look at that. But so yeah. Well, if she shared it with you, then I guess. But I didn't know she picked the location.
To all
I
you
can't
ladies,
stay. Why you being from Fremont? What you do, Tabitha?
oh Lord. Everybody
Uh-uh.
put topics in the comments. Send these topics to either Summer's room, or me, or Steph, or Naiva, so that we can hold on to some of these topics. I see about 6 different people putting topics in the comments.
Some good
Um,
ones.
Absolutely. So send those to us privately so that we can, you know what I mean, touch base on those.
Hey, Kelly. Kelly, did you send stars? If so, thank you so much. Rabia, you click on that link.
Oh,
Click on that link and follow the instructions, and then just come up. We got a few more minutes left before we head on out. Leanne said, "I would side eye a woman who gave her kids to the other parent in general. Why don't she get in a better area? Maybe she
why
can't afford to
side
get in a better
eye?
area. Like, why she don't get, like, she could just make money fall out the tree. That
I
just
was
ain't
just
life.
gonna say that some people's finances is not made for a suburbs.
Yeah, everybody can't afford two,
Everybody
three
can't
thousand
afford
dollars
that.
in rent.
And sometimes it doesn't even have to do with finances, I would say. Like, you
Hmm.
Mhm.
know, I know people go through mental health issues or even just
Mhm.
health issues themselves. There's multiple reasons why somebody would make that choice and decision. It's not necessarily based off of finances. And some of those things take time to resolve.
Miss
Yeah.
Tabitha banned from the Fremont.
Yeah, she said she bid for Fremont. What did you do, Tabitha? And not only that, like, damn, I was finna say, goodness gracious. Dang, I lost my train of thought reading Tabitha comment. I lost my train of thought. Yeah,
She said
it's
my
not.
pictures
And
up all
even if
over.
she say go get a better job, it ain't just like you could just go get a better paying job tomorrow. And most times, if you want to go get a life changing income, you want that to happen. Normally, that requires you to go take up some type of trade, some type of schooling, which takes time and finding that. So the kid be done grown 2, 3, 4, maybe 7 years done went by, and all the while the child could have been in a better school district with the dad. It just is what it is.
Hmm.
But well,
Yeah, because life be life, and sometimes,
no, they
and,
can.
you do have these.
Oh, I'm lagging. Well, like my mom was so I was very kind. So, hey sis, I just
Hey.
wanted to come up here really quick to say, I'm like, oh no, she read my comment wrong. She like, I'm surprised at her. I'm like, we ain't doing no
Oh.
surprises. You read it wrong. What I was trying to say was not just on men, on women too. I would not dare, I'm speaking for myself, I would not dare be friends
Mhm.
associated with any woman that does not have her kids. You have to give me a real good reason because life can happen to people. People on drugs, fentanyl, don't know you ain't on fentanyl, alcohol, whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
And the reason why your grandparents have your kids or your mom have your kids, you have to give me a good reason, but you also have to show me that you there every weekend. You giving your kids gifts. You doing what you have to do as a mother. You
Mhm.
have deadbeat mothers too.
Mm.
Right. So that's why I
So
said
me
if you mean
personally,
like a,
it really,
so you meant like a
I
mom who's
wasn't
not
talking about a
proactive.
man. I was talking about a woman.
No, so you talking about a mom that's not proactive in her kid's life and they not doing nothing to change it. That's what you mean. Well, where you go?
Period.com, point blank,
Okay,
y'all.
yeah.
And my thing
Period.
is, I would not be around another woman. I cannot. It's the same thing that goes for a man. The same thing goes for a woman. Because what falls off of you can be a reflection of me. And when you get punished, I can be punished too. And
Right.
it baffles me how people want to be knocked up by men. You don't have your kids that you have. You're smoking, you're drinking, you're getting high, you're partying, you clubbing. Period. Like, listen, I'm the type of person, I say it what it is. If you want Robbie to say something, she gonna say it. One thing I
Mhm.
don't do is this social media stuff because I'm like this in real life, and I'm gonna say what I say. There's no way you can be smoking, getting high, everything. See, I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something. I'm a little
Mhm.
messy, even though I'm Muslim. I be trying to keep it up,
Uh.
bro. No way, no way, no way you smoking all of that and your kids' pictures looking like that. Why the outfits looking like that? But I'm
Oh
gonna
my
leave it alone.
god.
But I
Oh my.
said what I said.
I
I
got a
said
better
what I said.
Period.
understanding there. Thank you for coming. No, I
But
get
I
it.
just
Yeah.
wanted to
You.
clear up the fact that women out there that it just baffling me. Like, if I'm a child, because I was a product of my father not always being there.
Mhm.
So I know how it feels to be not getting all the Christmas gifts when I was doing Christmas and all this
Mhm.
other stuff. And having your parent like, dang, do they love me? They happy, they living life, they
Right.
so happy, they having other kids. And what about me?
Right.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is women can be babies too. Period.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Mothers can absolutely be deadbeat. Women can absolutely be deadbeat. So absolutely, I agree. I understood once I read the rest of your comments. Like, wait a minute. Oh, okay, got you. But thanks for coming up. But that was it, y'all. It's a bunch of topics that I feel like going to stem from this dialogue, okay? And we gonna finna get into them. And I'm gonna see if I can get some fellas to join the panel. I'm gonna put up some posts. I don't be on my personal page as much, but I because I used to have a bunch of people that would engage. But I'm gonna see if we could find some men that would want to join and to kind of give their side, their perspective. I would love to have that type of dog. And honestly, that's the type of panels I used to host before I became a blogger. Although it's some, I ain't gonna say that. Before I became a blogger, I used to put together panels, and it would be women and men, and we would talk about relationship topics, whether it was from, dating, the 50-50 thing, children, and we would be able to get the perspectives from both sides. So
Oh,
if I could find somebody, a couple of people to join that wouldn't mind giving their size, I'm going to try to do that. I think it would bring a new dynamic instead of it just be people up here trying to speak for like the opposite gender and things like that. I think that would be make for a really really good dialogue, and it always was. It used to be really good conversation.
Can
thank
we
you, Miss
do
Sarah. I sent the
women building
comment.
entrepreneurship?
Absolutely, everything is open for the sip and chat. Absolutely.
Thanks, Sarah. I just seen that comment.
Anyone who has we finna get into our affirmations right quick. So thank you ladies for coming up. I appreciate y'all. I hope that you guys will tune in each and every morning. Candy, you got any affirmations for us this morning? Almost forgot, baby.
Yes, and my children are strolling in the house now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you want to do your little intro thing and then
All right, y'all know what time it is. It's affirmation time. So if you can, please stand in front of a mirror. If you can't, please find a comfortable seat. Close your eyes. We're gonna do some breathing techniques. We're gonna breathe. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale positivity, exhale that negativity. Center yourself and get into your zone where you're listening, to what she's about to say to you. And if you are driving, of course, please don't close your eyes. Drive safely, pay attention to the road, use your ears, not your eyes. Um, and let's get into it.
all right, guys. So let's take a few deep breaths, like Summer said, in through your nose and out through your mouth, slowly, breathing in positivity and out the negative. Today, I am flexible. Today, I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and positive outlook. Today, I am ready to receive love. Today, I am open to being loved by another healthy human being. Today, I am receptive. Today, I will let go of the past. I will live in the present, and I am looking forward to the bright future in front of me. And last but not least, today I am at peace. Today, I am at peace with all that has happened, all that is happening, and all that will happen. Sending you all peace and blessings. Thank you guys for dialoguing with us.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you're following everyone on this panel. And don't forget, we are here every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 9:30 CSC. Is it CSC?
Uh, yeah, I
If you're
think.
in Texas, whatever Texas time is, CST, not the CST. So make sure y'all come and see us. Um, and we love you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure y'all tap in for my ride along. And also, I should have a recap for you guys this evening. I'm probably going to combine the two. Um, and y'all know the Convo 4 is this evening. So tap into that as well. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay.